The new season for Chelsea was targeted to be one to push the team back into the top 6 of the Premier League table. This was backed with the summer hiring of Mauricio Pochettino, a manager with experience in the Premier League and managing megastars in France. The high expectation was due to Chelsea not being in any European competition for the first time since the 2016-17 season. The summer signings coming into the first team were Nicholas Jackson for firepower in the attack, Christopher Nkunku, who agreed in principle a year earlier, Leslie Ugachukwu, Axel Disasi, Robert Sanchez, Romeo Lavia, a last-minute signing of Moises Caicedo, and an under-the-radar Cole Palmer, who will come to be an important part of the season at Chelsea. 14 players were also released from their contract, or sold to other clubs. Some of them went to Saudi Arabia, Italy, and other English clubs. Some of these players are legends, failed prospects, and unused journeymen. In the preseason, there was promise of the return to the glory days of Chelsea, especially under the Abramovich era. Jackson and Nkunku seemed to be forming a striking partnership. Ian Matson was showing versatility. But prior to the first game of the new season, something happened.
The last thing that Chelsea need is an offensive player down, an offensive player who should be so important.
It could not be worse. It could not be worse.
The season opened with a match against one of the Big Four.
Salah's pass, oh stunning, what a goal by Liverpool! That's absolutely brilliant!
Oh, there's Disasi, and it's crept in, and Chelsea are level, and Axel Disasi.
After an entertaining draw, it looked like Chelsea were on a resurgence. However, little did we all know that it would be the beginning of a hot and cold campaign.
The Pochettino era is yet to take off at Chelsea.
With the step over, driving into the penalty area, on he goes, Raheem Sterling! Wonderful goal! Sterling's cut back for Jackson, surely! Oh, how on earth has that not gone in?
Desperately for a Premier League win, neither have found it here.
Sending Malo Gusto off the field.
That space is vacated.
Oh, what a ball into Mudryk, is this his moment? Yes, it is!
With the inconsistency of results, the Chelsea faithful was worried about the tough fixture ahead. Chelsea was to face Arsenal, Spurs, Manchester City, Newcastle United, and Man United in the next 7 games. As the story goes, the inconsistency turned to instability. As the draw with Arsenal felt like a loss, the dismantling of Spurs did not feel like a win, and the draw with Man City felt like a victory. However, the losses to Newcastle and Man United drew ire from the fans, who were infuriated at the needless points dropped or the self-destruction of the team, especially during the second half of games. December was a chaotic month for Chelsea. The team lost to Everton, then defeated Sheffield United before losing embarrassingly to Wolverhampton Wanderers, which at this point was the worst game of the season, on the eve of Christmas. Chelsea then won 2 games on the bounce to finish off the year, putting the club at the top of the bottom half of the table. It was clear that this season was in danger of replicating the previous one, as Poch-out mumblings began, and calls to improve the squad of young players became obvious. Meanwhile, the Chelsea owners were involving themselves more into the club matters, which put them in opposition to Mauricio Pochettino. Chelsea was looking to offload many Cobham Academy players for pure profit, players that Pochettino was relying on. Halfway during the season, the January transfer window opened up. During this time, Pochettino made public his desire for a striker and a central defender. As the month went on, little happened.
Kareem the Dream rocking up at Chelsea, maybe scoring a few goals. It would just seem such a strange,
Kareem Benzema doesn't fit that. He's not young, he's old, He makes a ton of money.
He wants Arsenal. He's already declared this before. He's never said anything about Chelsea. And the one bit of leverage that we do tend to use.
Chelsea cannot get this guy for 130 million euros this January. It's not going to be possible.